foodies, so let's take a look at this lovely cake that I want to bake for you today. This is an eggless, rumless fruit cake, but you could do it eggless but with rum in your fruit cake. I made two of them. I made a nice black authentic one like your black fruit cake, so you could enjoy it, although despite the fact it will be eggless. And I made a lovely golden one. So let's take a look and see how this lovely cake is. There you go. This black one, eggless fruit cake, I dredge it down with the rum. So you find people who don't eat the egg but partake in the rum, you could enjoy this. You could make it golden or you could make it black, as that black fruit cake is a traditional one for the islands during this festive season, Christmas. And here I did a golden one. This did not dredge. I didn't dredge this one down, but it's eggless. However, if you wish to dredge it down with rum, go ahead. Or if you just want to do the apple juice and make a nice syrup and dredge it down so you get that little moistness, that is that authentic texture of the fruit cake, you could go ahead and do it. So stay tuned and look into this video and see how to put this two lovely fruit cake together here at Jenny's Walk. Okay foodies, so to put this eggless fruit cake, golden fruit cake and black fruit cake, I'm going to be putting together for you. So in here I have 1 stick of butter at room temperature, and in here I have 1/4 cup of oil and 2 tablespoonfuls less of 1 cup of sugar. You could use 1 cup of sugar, is fine. You could use white sugar or brown sugar. So I'm going to put this in that sugar, and now I'm going to give this a good whisk in my my hand mixer. Sorry, I'm going to whip this all up, cream it really nice. Okay foodies, so everything here is all incorporated nicely. That's the oil, the butter, and the sugar. So that's the only thing I'm going to be using the hand mixer for. So now in here, our dry ingredients, I already have my 1 3/4 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. So in here I have 3/4 tablespoonful of baking powder, baking soda. Let's do that again. 3/4 teaspoonful of baking soda, 1 3/4 teaspoonful of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoonful of salt. So that is our dry ingredient, and to that I'm going to add 1/4 cup of cornstarch. There you go. So that's the dry ingredients. Leave that right there. So now let's put the wet ingredients together. So in here I have 1 cup of yogurt. Now you could use flavored yogurt. I am using vanilla because it goes in well also with the vanilla extract. Nice flavors. Back into it. Lovely. Just like so. Give this a good mix. All you're doing is mixing and mixing. We're not going to overbeat because we do not want our cake to get crumbly. So this, my dear foodies, is cinnamon oil. Now you could use cinnamon powder. I'm going to put 1 drop. There you go. Still went with 2 drops of cinnamon oil. That's the doTERRA oil. Here I have the wild orange and I also have the lemon. Both of them 1 drop each. Now if you don't have this, it's not a problem. All you have to do is grate the skin of the orange and you get that lovely orange peel. That was 2 drops it went in. I could never get 1 drop. There you go. See, always end up with 2 drops. And in here is 1/3 cup of milk. Now the milk, I am using coconut milk. You can use regular whole milk. That's not a problem. How easy was that? There you go. Almond milk. How about that? You could even use some almond milk. So we're going to give this a good mix, just like so. Get everybody in. And then we're going to add everybody together. So for this eggless cake, I spoke to one of the doctors on my job, and she is from India. She is a vegetarian. I said, Doc, how do you like your cake? Because I spoke to her about this recipe. Despite the fact that she is vegetarian, she said, I like my cake with rum. So we could also do this in our rum cake. So now in goes some vanilla extract. I eyeball in there 1/4 teaspoonful. So you could make your eggless cake, and if you do the rum, it's fine. You put the rum into it. But if you, for religious reasons, you just want to make an eggless cake and no rum, that is when you will not add your fruits that have rum. So here I have my fruits. What I did, I went ahead and I soaked it with grape juice, sorry. I used the grape juice and I soak it overnight. So in here I have tutti frutti, cranberry, sultanas, and golden raisins, prunes diced really nicely, maraschino cherries from the ones, not the ones in the bottle for desserts, the sticky cherries. I use that. I chopped some dates and added, and I had some peaches. So I give that a good little soak overnight in grape juice. So we're going to be using that. So now we're going to add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. So let me just mix this a little bit with my fingers. You could use your whisk and just get them in mixed all nicely together. It's not a problem. And I forgot to mention my clove. You could give it a little sprinkle, a little dash of clove. Clove is very strong. There you go. So now I'm going to be adding my ingredients in 3 parts. So this is the first part, and I'm going to give it a good mix just like so, and I'm going to continue until I finish my 3 parts of flour into the batter. Okay, foodies, so this is our fruits here. I'm going to add all these fruits in here. So this is grape wine, and I'm just going to incorporate it really nicely, just like so. So we're going to be doing 2 cakes. I'm going to do a black one and I'm going to do a golden one. So in goes the fruits. Looks really lovely. So I have 2 religious people that are very close to me who follows Jenny's walk. I want to shout out to my Pundit, my Baba Pundit Guru in Ajax, Ontario, Canada. This recipe is for you. Baba Chedi. Ooh, make a mess there. That's okay. This is 100% egg-free and rum-free. So for our religious, how would you say, our religious people in our life, this is good. Gonna put it back right in there. So that's one. Give it a good little pat like that. That looks beautiful. Now I am going to make this one black. So we're going to go in with some molasses. Be right back. I can't open this. Okay, foodies, I got some help. I'm back. So the molasses, now we're going to add some molasses in to get that nice black color. Now remember, whatever color you see here, when your cake is baked, it's going to be a little more darker. Oh, this looks beautiful already. I can see it. No more molasses. Good mix. Beautiful color. So this one, my dear Baba and my foodies who are vegetarian and also do not partake in rum, you could do it just like this and you don't dredge it with the rum. But for my foodies who are vegetarian but do eat your cake with rum, you could use the fermented fruits that we have soaking. You could add some of that in here, and you could also dredge it with the liquor at the end, which you will see. And you could enjoy this. So it will just be an eggless cake for you, but you have the rum. So you all know how I prepare my dish and all my baking. I keep the butter paper, you butter it up, you flour it up, and you put it in there because we're going to be dredging this down. So I need some sort of support in the bottom there. So in goes the batter. And you will notice I didn't put any jam in this because I don't want to put too much heavy stuff into it, ingredients that will not help the sponginess and all of that in the cake, you know. So I had to be very careful about all the ingredients that I was putting into this cake. So there you go. That looks beautiful. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to decorate it, and we will be right back here. Jenny's Walk. You all know we're here to learn, we're here to share, and to create. So don't forget to join in into my YouTube channel, subscribe in there, invite your friends and your family to join in Jenny's Walk, and let's get all these cooking and baking great ideas to share. We're here to learn and we're here to create. Be right back to decorate these cakes. Okay, foodie, marvelous. Our lovely Tutti Frutti golden here, and I put some Tutti Frutti and some cranberry in the top. Good part, so all the air is out. And this is the dark one, the Eggless dark cake that we put in all those stuff. But this one we're going to dredge with the liquor. So just some nice what's that in there? Cherries and cranberries and little green Tutti Frutti only. So now we're going to put this into a preheated oven. My oven is going to be at 300. So I want to put this in at 250. I'm going to put this in and let it come up to 300 and remain there. The reason I'm doing this, I did experiment into it. You don't want the cake to crack. When you put a cake into a hot oven, although it says it's 300, put it in there for 60 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, things happen. So I started to do it this way. Like 50 more degrees to go up to make up that 300. As I say, 250. I'm going to put it in and it's going to come up to the 300. That way the cake kind of adjusts itself, and then the heat comes up and remains at 300 and finish baking at that 300. So that is what I'm going to do now to this lovely cake, and we will be back. So there you go, foodies. You see all that steam in there, and you see that water bath in there. There you go, my old baking dish with the water bath, and it's right underneath our cake. So let's get this baking now. So there you go, foodies. These two cakes are done. They're all done, but I am not going to dredge them down just yet, because as you can see, this bowl is a glass bowl, and if you dredge this with the liquor now, or the apple juice for the golden, and I'm going to put the rum into the dark, it will pop those bowls, because that's oven proof. So we're going to wait until they're completely cool, and then we're going to dredge them down. Okay, foodies, so this is the end product, our lovely recipe. 2 cakes, 1 recipe. Eggless, you could be either rumless or without rum. So there we go, that we soaked that lovely fruits overnight in the grape juice, and we used the yogurt, put everything all nicely together, and we got 2 cakes out of the same recipe, 2 different style of cake. Really lovely. This one I dredge it really nice with the rum, and this one is not dredged, but you could go ahead and dredge it to your likeness. Thank you for joining me. From my kitchen to your kitchen, happy cooking and happy holidays.